This is the second time I record this, but I'm just trying to preface this as like an essay. Yeah, so I'll be talking about the nice guy persona, or like more of like a people pleaser for like a general. So I'm not quite sure about you, but I don't 100% feel that I am a people pleaser all the time. But there's some instances that I feel like I am a people pleaser, and I am also always had this feeling that I need to do this, I need to do that to be recognized, to be felt, whatever, just the whole shebang. But it doesn't always work out for me. Again, being a nice person, being a nice guy, it is a good moral compass to have, but to what limit, to what extent? In this video, I'll be talking about a few main points that I've drawn out. It is all kind of relating to each other when we're talking about it. So it is yes man, too available, discerning with my time, protecting my energy, everyone is not your friend, blood is thicker than water, used to being used, and last but not least, reveal nothing, conceal everything. But again, if you're running out of your precious little time, I have a brief little summary. A nice guy or a good person knows how to be good for himself or herself while being mindful of others. Okay, let's just jump straight in because I don't want to be too long. Yes man. Yes man is more of like the first act, I guess, when people pleaser always say yes to everything, even though things that they cannot do, things that they're limited to do, saying yes to almost everything people throw at them, saying yes to almost life things like get thrown at them. Sorry, my ears are a little bit hot. What I'm trying to say is I had a time when I'm trying to say yes to everything, especially at work, and it's fine. I learned by experience things, so that's fine. But it made my boss seem like he can do everything, or at least he will try to do everything, which is kind of a nice thing, like can do attitude. But at the same times, the expectations of me become higher and higher, while again, I'm not trying to be stingy or anything with my skills and skill set and things, but equal pay, equal work. Don't give yourself too much for something that doesn't give things back. Which, moving on to the next point, which is too available. People pleaser sometimes tends to be always available for other people when they need them, and where the other people, when they need people to help them, yep, crickets. It's very concerning that how people, again, people pleaser sometimes put their heart out in a silver platter for people just to throw it in the trash bin the next day. You just have to be mindful with people around you, which kind of goes down to the next point, which is discerning with my time, which is not all time it should be spent for everyone. I learned the hard way that it is good to have your own time with yourself, just be to yourself, trying to find who you are and just trying to live with yourself rather than trying to find someone to live with and to share the pain. I mean, it's a good thing, yes, but at the same time, if you can do it yourself, why the fuck not? And also, you only have, I don't know how many hours when you're not spending it sleeping, cooking, eating, showering, whatever else you do, working. So there's always like those. I'm not sure like how you are with your time, but if you only have a little amount of time and you spend it on people and not towards yourself, you felt emptier and emptier and emptier, and tired, more tired and more tired, and it's not good. And the next topic, which is protecting my energy, which is kind of how that people emotions, how people interact with you. I work in a service job. How people interacted with me at check-in can affect my day, and it's not a good thing. Yes, and I am highly feeling type of person, so I get affected easily. I try to not put things on my head too much and try to like let it go, but at the same time, yes, it could definitely make or break a day. So in my downtime, again, you have to be picky with people you spend your time with. Not every people worth going the moon and back for, and you should learn that. And relating to that, to the next topic, everyone is not your friend. I like that English have like a tier system kind of sense, like strangers, barely know, whatever, and then acquaintances, and then a colleague probably somewhere here, I don't know, and friends and best friends and besties and whatever, ride or die and what it's not. But at the same time, being a people pleaser means like you're lacking a lot of love, I feel. So you're trying to find it on someone, and it's very hard because when you're trying to please others, because like people pleaser, they want it. So rather than receiving anything from other people, people pleaser tends to give themselves out, stretch themselves thin, and at the end hurt themselves more than they actually wanted to. And again, not everyone is your friend, and I learned it the hard way. People, you should not tell them, but you kind of should know the boundaries of each step, and you should know who is which. The next act is blood is thicker than water. Apparently, when I was doing a little research on this topic, the alleged um, full quote was actually blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. I'm not quite sure 100% what was relating. I found it a bit, how do you say? I tried to find something, but I found something else. But anyways, it is a good thing that I can relate to the story, which is the blood of the covenant, which is more of like a gathering of people. Doesn't have to be related. I don't know, covenant, I would always think of like a witch coven, but it's not. But like, you know, like a sisterhood, or like a brotherhood, or like a peoplehood. I don't know. Is thicker than the water of the womb, which is a familial bond with your parents. Again, I'm not trying to say that cut your ties with your parents, don't talk to them. No. What I'm trying to say is, especially if you're 21 years old, like me, I'm older, and yeah, you have been 21 years old. You've been 21 years old. You've been living in the world for 21 years. That umbilical cord is already cut, dried, smashed, rubbed, whatever, it's gone. I'm not trying to say that, oh, that means I have no obligation for my parents. No. But what I'm trying to say is, you are now your own adult. You have your own things to worry about, and they can help you, yes. But at the same time, sometimes being an adult, you realize that not all things need to be shared, and not all things are people's business, which is kind of relating on the last point, but I'll discuss that further. And continuing on, used to being used. So this is again relating back to the nice guy or people pleaser persona, when you're so conditioned that you have to be a yes man, you have to be available for anything that happened in other people's life, and you will say yes to it, and it will just create this crazy how do you say, a loop of draining, 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 and you just ended up feeling used. I'm not saying that people are intentionally using you, but it's more of like how expectations are higher and higher, and you're chasing that gratification, you're chasing that love, you're chasing that, yes, oh my god, you're so great. But I found it in my life, it is very, very hard for some people to say nice things. It is very, very hard to be genuine with the things they say. So just keep it in mind. Just be mindful with that. And last but not least, which is my favorite one, and I hope that will be my motto, which is reveal nothing, conceal everything. It talks more about how we should, as an adult especially, you should be knowing your boundaries, not only about things that you can share to other people, but things that you should not share yet. I learned it the hard way a couple of times, discerning things and stuff, and I'm still trying, and I'm still doesn't know where is good. And again, it's different for different people, and circumstances could also affect this. But it's good to sometimes. It is kind of sad, but it's good sometimes to cry on your own, heal yourself, pick yourself back up on your own, and come out stronger and let no one knows about it. I don't really have a big father figure. Damn, it gets so deep now. But there's a few things that I feel like I missed growing up, and I'm not blaming anything, and it is just a part of my character arc. But I learned the hard way that, and rather than spending time taking out, giving out things to outside, just build yourself first. And also, while you reveal nothing and conceal everything, you also learn to protect your own energy. Especially, it's really bad for, I don't know, I learned it this hard way. I was talking to people about my own career ambitions and stuff. It's not about work, because I don't like my job. I currently do not like my industry, but I don't think it's a good idea. Just let people guess and prove them with actions, because that's what they want to see anyways. And if they are your friends, they will support you, and if not, then you know that, I'm sorry to say, you don't need to put your heart on a platter for them too. I don't know how long this gonna has been, but I'm just gonna close it down, like with a whole summary of everything that I've talked about. Being a nice guy, being a yes man, and being available is nothing wrong. I don't think you need to fix yourself in any certain way if you don't feel like it needs to be fixed. But in my story, in my case, I don't like being a yes man. I spend a lot of times giving out things that I don't have and wasting time, wasting my energy, and yet feeling quote unquote used. I learned the hard way that not all people are meant to be your friend, should be your friend, and is your friend. Some people are happy for you, and some people are gonna be envious of you. Familial bond is good, but from you're 0 years old, you already cut that umbilical cord. 21 years, you already know how to walk. So, chop chop. And lastly but not least, reveal nothing, conceal everything, and keep it classy, you guys. Keep it classy. Again, I will reiterate what I said earlier. Being a nice person is not something wrong, but being a people pleaser is not something that I think you can do all your life. A nice person knows the boundaries of what is good for themselves first, and then also while being mindful with others. It is kind of sad, but you realize how selfish people are, so you can be selfish for yourself. I'm not saying that you have to be selfish 100% of the time, but you know when you have to, and we know when you don't. And if you're selfish 100% of the time, don't talk to me. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna close it down now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. I think I really like talking down a lot more, just because this is an outlet that I can talk, because I don't have my blog currently, but I have a vlog kind of video cooking up. It's just not finished yet, just because I haven't not finished moving yet. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you're running out of if you're running out of your prey, but if you're running of but if you're running out of your pressure